YouTube. So a few months ago I told you my next video was going to be about what to do if you found out that you're going to go on a date with a blind person. Sorry for the delay. I kind of got this idea because I ran across 2 or 3 posts in a relatively short period of time saying, I just found out the guy or the girl that I'm going on a date with is blind and visually impaired. What do I do? Where do I take them? Can I go to the movies? Can I say the word blind? And some other less appropriate questions for a video that I want to stay family friendly. So, yeah, if you have any of those kind of questions, this video isn't going to cover that. But, communication. That's going to be my answer to just about everything on this channel. Chances are, if I'm posting a topic about how to deal with a blind person about something, you're going to get the answer communication. I'm sorry, I can't give a more definitive answer. It might feel awkward. If you're wondering, let's pretend we're not in COVID days. If you're wondering, hey, do blind people like to go to movies? I would first encourage you to not think of blind people as a whole. Some of us, hell yeah, to movies. Others of us would rather do something else. So ask like you would anybody else. Hey, how about dinner and movies? Or does, dinner and talking sound better? Or, hey, what do you think is a good idea for a date? Or however you choose to ask that. It doesn't have to be awkward. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. Just be very cool, and it's okay to say, hey, I've never been around blind people before. Please let me know, what can I do to help? The biggest thing is don't assume you know what they need help with. Don't assume you know what activities they will and won't enjoy based on the sole fact that they're blind. And also, it's really helpful if you know the area you're meeting at to kind of choose a logical place that's easy to find. And it's okay to ask, hey, what can you see? What can't you see? If you find out, hey, I can see colors, or I can, see hair or facial features or whatever, it's okay to say, hey, I'm the guy, girl, person where I'll be in a red dress, or I'll be in a red shirt with black pants, I have a beard, blonde haired, whatever. That's totally okay, not a big deal. And don't get weirded out if they say, hey, we're gonna go, we want to meet at this building, I'll be sitting or standing by such and such statue, or such and such entrance, or the couches to the left of the door. If it's an area that maybe they don't know as well, ask them, hey, is there a landmark, or is there something that I can do to make it easier for me to find you? Totally okay. Also, don't be offended if they don't want to go somewhere that they can't get to and from independently. It's logical. They don't know you, they don't know if you're an ex-serial killer, or quite frankly, you might bore them to death and they might want the ability to leave. They might not want to have to say, hey, you're boring as crap, I want to go. It's okay, it's valid. Same thing with you. You might be bored of them to death, and you don't want to have to necessarily worry about how am I going to make sure they get home. Again, that's totally valid. So, be flexible. I always appreciated it when people would say, hey, where would you like to meet? What would you like to do? Because the place I was living at the time, there were 3 restaurants that I could walk to easily enough, so I'd say, hey, how about we meet at X, Y, and Z? It was like, Mexican food. One was like, kind of like an American diner type place. I can't remember what the third one was, but, it was kind of all different food. And that that kind of worked for me. You know, somebody else was kind of asking, are there any activities that a majority of blind people like or that should definitely be avoided? Again, it depends a lot on that person and a lot on how much can they see. There's a huge difference between somebody who's barely legally blind, who you could take to an art exhibit or an art museum, and they might be able to see paintings if they get close enough, versus somebody like me, who I'm not going to be able to see anything. Now, does that mean I wouldn't want to go to an art museum? Not necessarily. I've had people describe the paintings to me. Is it my personal favorite thing in the world? No, but do I enjoy it and can I go and have fun? Definitely. So again, it's just kind of all about that communication and how that kind of factors in. Also, you know, let's say that you want to go whitewater rafting or something. Don't be worried that, oh my gosh, you're going to have to come up with how this person can do this activity. If they say they want to come, hey, great, what do you need? What modifications, if any, do we need to make? Or, if you kind of have a good sense of them as a person, trust them to bring it up for themselves. Don't feel like you have to kind of be overbearing, or not necessarily overbearing, but don't feel like you have to, overcompensate to really, really, really make an effort just so they know that that they're blind and that you're trying your hardest. Just be sincere about it. Sorry, that was kind of rambly. Like always, if you have any questions, if you, comments, statements, whatever, feel free to let me know. And thanks for watching.